You're listening to Almost Famous with Jim Francis Meza, only on LA Talk Radio.
What the?
What the fuck?
Wait, you're not supposed to say fuck.
Wait, really?
You're not supposed to say fuck. You got that.
But you're saying it.
You're late to the party. You're late to the party.
So I can say it?
I know. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
You guys, I have another great show. Thank all 100,000 of you guys that tune in on a weekly basis. If you guys don't already know me, I'm Jim Francis Meza. You can vote for me, honorary mayor. I have quite a trajectory. I was an actor once upon a time. I think I am still, although I tend to forget because I don't always land the auditions. And I did stand-up. I tried my hand at stand-up. I did a couple times. I failed miserably, died on stage. And then I resurrected again.
Do you have
Thank
video
the Lord
of
Jesus,
that?
huh? I may have. I'll shoot you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I want to see what you think bombing on stage is.
Oh, man. But it's not about me, guys. It's not about me. Tonight, I have a great show. I have a great guest. She's fantastic. I don't really know how to even thank her for being here. I'm blessed with your graces, and thank you for gracing us with your awesomeness.
Thanks for having me.
She's a dynamic producer, writer, singer, rapper, right? And she's part of a great band called the Black Guns.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
We have some projects.
Okay, I want to hear all about it. Guys, let me introduce, without further ado, Miss Nikki Licky.
Yay!
I'm gonna go like Nikki Licky, Nikki Licky.
Play toy.
That's it. There you go.
Yeah.
Just drop the mic. This is so let's talk a little bit about Play Toy. Why don't we just take it all the way back home where you started? So you hailed from South Carolina, correct?
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, South Carolina. Tell me how's the weather out there for starters? Is it like LA or nothing like LA? No?
It's nothing like LA. It's more humid and it rains more.
Ugh. Luscious. Like it's really green, you'd say?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
To some degree?
Yeah.
And so, like growing up, what was life like over there? I mean, what did you guys do for fun? Like, fuck, I want to know everything about it. I know you
I mean, what age? Like,
I don't know, like when you're a child, you played, and then you're a teenager.
I played in the neighborhood with my neighborhood friends.
And nobody kidnapped you, huh? That's the thing.
No, we would ride bikes around and, just adventure and play in construction sites and things like that.
That sounds like you're getting yourself into some danger. I love it.
Yeah, I was trying to get into some danger.
Yeah. And you know what? And that's the name of the game. Because it's either life is, as they say, it's a risk or it's nothing. Or you're not living, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're really not living. I want to know, so when did you first start like thinking, okay, I want to be a singer? Like in South Carolina, when you're a child, you watch Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera?
Britney. Yeah, I think it was Britney that initially I was like, oh yeah, I want to be like Britney.
By her? Yeah.
And then I would get like the little VHS like dance with me, like learn the dances like that they did in the music video, and I would like do that shit, and I would like sing, and I was like, that's gonna be me, like I'm gonna be her. And
you're killing it now. So did you did your parents support your career early on, or were there any objections like I don't know about that?
There's like a time where I wanted to start a band, like be part of a band, like really young, and my mom was like, oh my god, like I don't know if you want that, like if you were famous, they dig through your trash and try to like get things on you and everything, and she was trying to scare me and everything.
But they're gonna sabotage your career, your life.
And I was like, what? I'm like, okay, like so, but they support me, like don't get me wrong, that's just like some early memory, but
but they support you like actively, right?
Yeah, like if anything I wanted to try, they would let me try. So I did like guitar lessons, and I was in the church choir, and
so was I. Amen to that.
I did the bells in the choir.
Look at you. Yeah.
Yep.
Isn't it awesome? Like a lot of artists start in the choir, by the way. Like Snoop Dogg started in the choir. And Jim Francis did too. I was part of a
Jim
choir. I was a
Francis
choir
did
child too. Look at me now.
Yep.
I'm not doing so bad. I'm not too shabby, right?
Yeah, not too shabby.
But so you start. When did you start in high school? You began to play guitar. Is that what you said?
Yeah, high school. I started playing guitar, and that's when I started like rapping. Like I was always writing and like writing poems and songs like growing up. And like when I was 12, my mom got me like a mic and like a music software to record into and like make beats and things.
Yeah, so cool.
And so I was like doing that, and I wish I still had all that, but back in the it was CDs. I was putting it on and on like desktop computers, and that crashed and everything. But I started like doing more in high school, getting more into it. Yeah, that's what I would do for fun, like coming home, just get on the mic or get on the software and mess with it, mess with songs, cut them up.
There you go. Splice them.
Combine them.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you feel that, early on, I kind of have a knack for this? Like I'm just,
Yeah. I definitely thought that was like my thing. Yeah. Like, oh, I'm good at this. Like it just comes easy to me. Sure. Like these words and melodies and everything. So, and it was fun. Yeah. Like, I had a lot of fun with it.
It's just great. Like you go to parties and stuff. And did you ever go to house parties in South Carolina? Do you guys have house parties or not?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And your earliest memories of that, besides getting crossfaded or whatever, like was there music blaring and you thought, dude, I could totally do that, and you start spitting lyrics? Like, did you ever freestyle?
It would be like, always freestyling with friends for fun. Yeah, like, always hilarious.
What you want to drop a few bars here?
No,
not tonight.
Not really.
Because you're drinking 7-Up, right? What is that? Like Sprite?
Oh yeah, this is a big old bottle of Sprite.
Yeah. Wow, it's unbelievable how big they are now, huh?
Yeah, I was like, I need that bottle.
Yeah,
because that would be
it's
the only one I need.
Exactly, that's all you need. You don't need to buy two. Why buy two when you just buy the big tall boy, right?
That's right.
Knock it out.
Yeah,
I'm really excited, to hear more about it. I know, I know you had, Play Toy. You debuted Play Toy in 19, but in 2020, 19. Look, I'm going back in 1985.
Oh God, 1985, I debuted my first project.
You're like, Michael Jackson. You're like a fucking time traveler. You're a time traveler, crying out loud. So Play Toy, it debuted in 2020, but you did the visual aspect of it. Can you explain to me what the visual album is, or to the viewership, all million plus that's watching right now?
Yeah, of course. So like a visual album is basically like a Streets is Watching or like a
Purple
Rain. Yeah. And it's like, if you're an artist, Dame Dash tells me, this
shout
is what
out to Dame Dash.
Yeah, shout out to Dame.
And Messina while we're at it.
Yeah, and Messina. Shout out to you.
We like her. We love her. Messina's good peeps. Go ahead.
Where was I?
Well, you're saying so
Dame
he helped you
produce.
Yeah. He helped you produce it or something, right? Dame.
Oh,
Dame Dash.
Okay. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
So it happens.
Giving the shout outs.
No more shout outs. Shout out to my wife that's watching. Love you, babe. All right. Go ahead.
Oh God. Yeah, you're gonna have to reel me back in a few times. Not gonna lie. Yep. So yeah, he emphasizes for artists to make movies with their music.
Okay.
So like using your album as a soundtrack to your film. And it's basically like a bunch of music videos put together with dialogue and it being cohesive and making sense and being entertaining. So that's what we did. And we made he directed, and Raquel Horn directed Play Toy. It's a 25-minute visual album. It's a, lesbian comedy drama mockumentary, if you will.
Oh, beautiful.
It's kind of like how Dame perceives me. So you got to take it as you will. I think it's hilarious. And I can't wait for the next one.
Me either.
I can't wait to shoot it.
Because I was supposed to go that night when you guys debuted it.
Yeah.
In West Hollywood. I was supposed to go, my wife and I, and then we had some thing to do with our children, and we couldn't make it out. But
Yeah, it's okay.
I guess you guys had fun. It was such a blast,
It
right?
was lit. Yeah, it was
lit,
good.
man.
It was at Revolver, West
Okay.
Hollywood.
All
I
right.
had a bunch of people pull up, watch the movie with me, and then I got up and performed with Bella on the guitar and me
Beautiful.
on the little beat thing.
Yeah. How does Black Guns come about? I'm very as a Guns N' Roses and like fucking Velvet Revolver. You know, I grew up with that. You know, how did that come about, or was it? Did you join the band, the established band, or did you co-found it, or what's the deal?
Also download American New, y'all.
Yeah.
That is in the App Store. Just had to put that out there. Okay, so the Black Guns came about in like 2019, I think.
Mhm.
And I was like throwing these Blue Rock nights where I was performing every week with the live band. And we got Ali, he was the drummer from there, and then DeLorean, he was the bass player from there too. And then there's Tash Neal, who's on tour with Slash right now.
Oh shit!
But
Really?
he's our guitar player, and he's
wow.
You know, he's like the greatest in the world. And Dame is on vocals, and then I do like backup vocals, like little melodies in the back and all that.
I love it.
So that was like the original Black Guns right there. And we made the album Therapy. And we started touring it, but then COVID hit, so we had to like take a little break on that.
Doozy. I hate COVID.
At the time.
Fucking hate COVID.
But yeah.
But something good came out of COVID, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I started doing Cozy Corner because we couldn't really do shows publicly at the time. So I did Cozy Corner, which was I took Dame's live over and on Friday nights, and I would just play guitar and do my songs and like talk to the people and just, you know, vibe on a Friday night. And I had guests and co-hosts and everything. And I did that for a while. Yeah. But, you know, then things started opening back up and we could start doing shows again. So the whole time we were rehearsing just all the time in Dame's studio.
The creative juices were flowing, if you will, right? I mean, during the COVID, people were just playing like a lot of folks were creating because you were cooped up in small spaces at times, you know?
Yeah. I definitely recorded a lot of songs that are just kind of sitting there in my files
hibernating
from that era. But I'm working to put all that out now because it's no use if it's sitting. It's not gonna do any good.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, for now, let's put it out there. Play Toy, and what's the other song you just finished talking about?
Play Toy, and
is it an album that you're talking about, or the other? Is it Night Shift?
Oh, well, yeah. Hopefully that one will come out. That's with DJ Webstar and Wale. But yeah, we'll get to that. But I'm putting out I did a project with a artist Lee J in Florida that I'm gonna put out next. It comes with a movie too.
Wow.
So
that's
all the projects should come out with movies.
Yeah. Is this like the latest thing you think, or is like the new all the rage the movie?
I mean, it should be. Yeah. It's more.
We're more visual. We like visual aids, right?
It makes the most sense. If you're an artist, you want to like convey your message in the most every kind of way, to make it make sense for somebody.
It's human nature to like to watch. You're people watchers, you know. We like to watch other people, and then when the song it sort of it favors you and it does justice to it, you know what I mean? Like if you actually have something like movement, you know. So that's it. I think it's a great idea what you're talking about. I think everything's revolutionized by videos. Too bad it used to be that, like, obviously I grew up in the 80s, and when I was a child in the 80s, we watched MTV, and I mean it's fantastic. We had music videos when MTV was music TV, before the age of reality TV. But I think this whole new thing that's happening, it's fantastic, you know, because it's almost a rebirth, a renaissance, if you will, of the videos.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's what Blue Rock's about. and we incubate artists and
Mhm.
have the movies for the artists and tour.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of the most important things right there that I would focus on.
Right.
And Dame always say focus on touring, and that's where you're gonna get your money
Yeah.
and everything.
That's
So
touring. A lot of people don't realize that, but you know, in the olden days, and even now, still, I mean, with so much music being brought out to the forefront, a lot of new artists, a lot of songs by the
mhm.
minute, probably. You know, all these apps, you know, just saturated with new music coming out. Um, there's there's something to be said about touring. Like it needs to happen in order to make the money because you don't really get money off of just the sale online, right? From a song per se. I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean like streams is that's low,
like, you got to put in
low
the work.
lower money than what you could be making if you did a show and you sold merch at
Merch.
your show and you know took full advantage of all the verticals you can.
Hmm.
But yeah,
That's the way it is. So now, if you had to, like, say, write a song right now, say, Nicky Licky, write a song, you know, how would you just start? You think like you start spitting bars out of the blue? Because I have done like freestyle or something motivates you, gets in your head, or do you just get a paper and pencil, like a manuscript, start writing? How does the
it
creative process work for Nikki? For Nikki,
well, it depends sometimes. So sometimes if I'm with somebody, we'll put a beat on
okay,
and we'll both just sit there and write, and it'll be like that, and we'll just go up and take our turns and everything. Or if I'm like maybe alone and I have like some more time time to work with it, I'll like put a beat on and kind of just do take after take over the whole beat
hmm,
and find little pockets of things I like, little melodies and flows, and
yeah,
then I'll expound on those, and then I'll like get the get the pen or the phone with the notes, and I'll just fill that in
yeah.
and complete it like that. But which is kind of how I prefer to do it, just
Let me
all
ask you
by
this:
myself.
for comedians, any comedian, doesn't matter, anyone for that matter, they go first to take the material to explore it at smaller clubs, you know, smaller little holes in the walls to
Hmm.
find out if it's a good fit for an actual show. Like they go and they
Yeah.
test out the
You
material.
should test out the material before it's even recorded. Like,
Is that what you do? Who tells you? I mean, obviously, clearly, a comedian gets laughs, and that's the validation he needs. Who tells an artist such as yourself, your caliber, hey, that's pretty good? Or do you say, I think that would make the cut? Or how do you? It's a collective of different synergy, different people telling you, hey, I really like that. Or
what of
how
a
did?
song for a
Yeah, like
song?
when do you know that you got a hit in your hands?
Hmm. Well, sometimes it's like ones that you wouldn't expect,
Those are the ones that
or
hit.
there's ones that you like don't usually write, but that's the one that's hot, and that's like Forget Your Man was is like a club song, like uh do you dance, do you dance, but it's like that was put on a lot of playlists, like
Hmm.
Apple picked that up and put it on like the workout playlist and Rap Life and all of that, and it still gets the most plays out of all my songs so far. But that's one of the ones where it was like, okay, I'll just make like a club record, like,
Yeah,
and this is that, like this, it's nasty and it's whatever, like shake your ass to it,
yeah. So in other
which
words,
is,
it starts coming. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I
oh
don't
no,
want
you're
to be.
good. Which is, it's not like what I would sit down and typically write out of my heart or
Mhm.
whatever. But
Yeah.
like I know I do want to do those songs. It's just it's not the first thing I want to do, but I want to do it all.
Right, right. So
So
some of the songs that you fabricate, create, you know, they come together beautifully and masterfully when it's played and somebody gravitates to it. It starts happening organically. Then you know you got yourself a hit. It's kind of like that, sort of.
I mean, it's like, oh, I like this one. Like
Yeah.
people are a little more excited
Right.
about it.
Right. Right.
Like if they like it, they don't love it, they'll still tell you, "Oh, that's dope." Like, yeah, but there's an extra excitement when they actually really like it.
Nikki Licky.
But you know,
Nikki Licky, it's just great having you here.
Thank you.
And we're partying together with the 7-Up and or whatever.
Yes, it's 7-Up now.
Yeah. I want to know regarding your influences, like early on, like, you know, in my life, it was a hodgepodge of, you know, my father's a musician, and there was a lot of like, you know, Tex-Mex music on my end, on my dad's side. Then there was rock and roll. I grew up with heavy metal, punk, and, you know, rap. Obviously, we grew up with Tupac and, you know, NWA and all that stuff. You grew up with a lot of the same music. I imagine a lot of the hip hop and the new artists. Who's like who's the people you look up to?
Well, I always really liked Tupac, Nas, Missy Elliott, Busta Rhymes, like amongst many others, you know. Right. And I like people for certain reasons, and I feel like no one can really be compared.
Right. There's no.
Everyone's got their unique little thing going on, and I love it.
I like what you said, Nikki. So true.
Yeah, you gotta respect the art.
Not only that, I respect you as an artist, as a human being first and foremost, but also too, you just touched on something so true. Like every artist shines individually, in which is why hence you don't sound like the other person. Because if you sound close enough to somebody else, like you're a hack or you're just like biting, or it used to be like you're a biter.
You better be better.
Or you better be better, because if not, they're gonna be playing their songs versus yours. But if you sound too much alike, then what's the difference? It's kind of like you want to, what am I coming away with? Like it has to be something individual, something completely genuine, such as Eminem, for example. You know, totally genuine. I mean, when he came on the scene, we're like this white guy's and other Vanilla Ice coming on the scene, but Eminem has carved out a nice little niche that, you know, there's no way like anyone's can say I could top that cat. And he's a lyricist, you know, and he's a rap, but he stands out on his own. So I'm using that as an example. You stand out on your own. Your music stands out all by itself, which I respect a lot, because Messina, you know, Jen, she's fabulous in her own right, and you know, she stands out on her own. Like her music, she comes from all these different places, and then you come from like, you know, a variety of influences, if you will. So it's all the influences come to the forefront.
It's not just hip hop, you know, and it's a lot of R&B. It's a lot of rock.
You like Elvis? Tell me, your mom like Elvis? Your dad?
Oh my God, my mom. She always is like, oh my God, I went on his private jet one time.
Shut the hell up.
I like snuck on it. She was like, I snuck on it and I stole his soap. And I jumped on his bed. I was like, oh my God, Mom. Like, you should have just stayed in there.
Yeah, you might as well, right? Maybe you could have sex with the ghost.
Oh God. Yeah. Oh God.
But you know what? Elvis was phenomenal. What about Ella? Do you like Ella Fitzgerald? Do you like you know, all the soul sisters and the music like that of that era?
Yeah, I mean, it was like soundtrack. Okay, the Moulin Rouge soundtrack.
It's fantastic.
Was something that I was like always listening to in like a CD player. And I loved Lady Marmalade.
Totally.
And it's funny because I got to work with Maya a little bit recently.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy.
How do you feel like do you think you reached like a certain echelon, if you will, like a pinnacle of success, whatever that is?
I don't think I'm nearly.
Did you pinch yourself? Yet. I know, but did you pinch yourself when you're like working with? I mean, you opened up for what is it, that 3-something Mafia?
Oh yeah, there was a show I opened for 3-6 Mafia and Kevin Gates and Smoke DZA. Yeah.
How does that feel? Like, do you feel like I've arrived? I mean, even though obviously you should never feel that way, right? Because
I don't feel that way at all. I should feel some a little bit like, oh, you've made some like moves and stuff.
Nikki,
progress
you're pretty successful.
I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't say I am like, and I'm not content.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna be complacent with where I am, because I'm not where I know where I could be, and I'm not gonna stop till I get there, and nothing's gonna stop me. Shoot.
I love it.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, because then you plateau eventually. I mean, you literally plateau. You don't go beyond that. You grow until you decide I've arrived. And you ought never to be satisfied, never to stay in your comfort zone, because the greatest things happen outside of your comfort zone, comfort level. You know, it's how I feel.
Yeah.
I totally 150% agree with you. Do you, so like, what's it like every morning? Do you like smoke a J or, you know, like when you start your day or you have 7-Up, you have like a Sprite in the morning?
No, I don't wake
like
up
good
and
morning.
drink,
No,
actually. I'm not there yet. No, I'm just kidding.
It seems like that's like the collective vibe for a lot of artists. Those are the vitamins.
Well,
you know
I do smoke a joint pretty soon upon awakening,
That's
but
right, yeah.
after awakening, but I like to take a bath like first thing and just like meditate and try to like figure my day, like make sure I know what I'm doing and like, you know, like pray and like kind of journal a little bit and do all that kind of thing.
Beautiful. It's awesome.
Self-care, like the little, you know, morning routine, and then eat good food, a nice healthy breakfast. I take
What does it consist of?
I eat eggs and like fruit, or I'll do like I could whip up a breakfast like with some onions and like spinach, tomatoes, and potatoes.
That's the breakfast.
Avocado.
That's a must.
Yeah, it just, you know, I like doing that. I like doing all that.
So you whip some eggs, onions, spinach, tomatoes.
Yeah, avocado.
A nice
maybe potato.
Oh my God.
But it's hard. I like hard boiled eggs. I do. I like that more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pescatarian, so I don't eat meat. I eat fish. I eat some fish, and I don't eat shellfish.
Okay. All right. So word. You find that, you know, like the Breakfast of Champs, you think that motivates you to keep going? It gets you through the day, or do you also like throughout the day? What gets you through besides your 7-Up and your pot? Where do you get your weed anyway?
Where do I get my?
Yeah, do you go to an actual dispensary? Or let me ask you about that real quick.
Yeah.
Tell
Depends
me first.
Where I am.
Okay.
In the United States.
So if you're in LA, you're okay. Assuming that you're in LA, you're not going on tour. Do you just go? Do you pop into your like nearby dispensary and pick up any kind of like, or is it bunk weed, or is it not good weed at these dispensaries, or they have decent weed?
They have good weed at dispensaries, but I actually don't like to even smoke to get high.
No.
I smoke spliffs, so it's like half like grabba, half weed.
Okay.
But so I don't get the best weed.
I'm a prude, you know that, right? I know nothing about that.
Okay, well, you sprinkle a little each, and it's like a little
lace it up.
Yeah, so that's what I smoke. But where are we going with
that? It helps you be creative, right? It helps the creative process at times. Do you get influenced by it at all?
It's just like I just enjoy
relaxing,
the burn in the chest.
There you go.
Yeah, but I don't like being high. I like being clear-minded and aware.
Focus. You're very focused, by the way. You're super laser focused. I noticed. Just talking with you, like you just before. I'm talking about before we started. You're just talking about like different things, and I was like, man, she knows where she's going. She knows where she's going.
Yeah,
clearly,
I mean,
you know, you've come a long way.
There's a lot of things I know about. Well, more than others.
Let me ask you: are you single? For the ladies out there watching, are you single?
Yeah, I'm single.
Okay,
I'm single.
All right. Mm-hmm. So they can, and obviously we're far from over. The show's over, but you know, do you like let a person like sort of just slip into your DMs or that sort of thing? Do you like even look at anything or consider that? Like, see if somebody does that, or is it, or because you got a lot of people.
You shoot your shot. Like,
yeah, there you go.
I'll see it. I'll see it.
There you go.
And if it works for me, I might respond. But I won't ever like be disrespectful, especially to a woman in my DM.
What are you looking for? Like a professional such as yourself, or Does that even matter if they're in the business or in the music business? Doesn't
It
really
doesn't
matter.
matter. They don't need to be in the business.
No.
I might prefer they not be.
Why? Because then otherwise they try to upstage you, right? Isn't that something?
Well, I don't know. It's just.
It's a crazy
It's like
business, right?
let me do.
Let me do
let
me,
me do
right?
it. Like you do something,
Hey.
like or something to help, like be a book. If you're a booking agent or something, or a cool graphic. Well, I don't. It doesn't even matter. Like if I like women that are. Damn.
It's an earthquake.
Is it or is
It's an
it
earthquake.
you?
No, it's not me.
It
What
is
the
you.
fuck? I got you.
There was one
Good.
earlier. Wasn't
I got
there?
you good. Yeah, there was.
Damn. Damn.
What are the qualities you're looking for in a person, though? The generic, trustworthy, like fucking to look a certain way.
She needs. I mean, I need to like how she looks to me. You
The
know.
look in your face is priceless. That earthquake, shit! You guys feel that? 5.8 on the Richter
Damn,
scale.
did y'all feel that back at home over the radio?
Over
yeah,
the AM
we're
radio.
about to cause an earthquake here in a second.
Listen,
what were we even talking
we're
about?
talking about girls. Yeah,
my type.
your type. Do you even have a type?
I just need a girl that can laugh, laughs easily, like either laughing with me, at me, with me, joking all the time. Like I just like you don't even have to make jokes. Just laugh. Like just laugh at things.
My girl laughs at me. My girl laughs at me every day.
That's good.
It's fantastic.
That's great.
Yeah.
And y'all are always laughing.
She laughs at my face. That's like my gestures.
Like, why so serious? Like,
there's
some girls that are just like, I'll talk to them on the phone for like an hour and they're not laughing. Like, and I'm like, why? Like, why? But girl, there's like people that are so serious all the time. They just like, it's maybe not in their character.
Yeah, it's not in their nature.
In some people's.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not in mine. Like, I love to laugh.
No, you don't.
Make people laugh.
You like laughing.
I love to laugh. It's the funnest thing ever.
Yeah,
and it keeps you young.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I'm 55. Look at me. I look pretty good.
No.
Over 40.
You ain't 55. Shit.
Hey, if you keep drinking that 7-Up, there you go. I am so there. I got you laughing. We're laughing. We're having a good time.
Yeah,
here.
We are.
Guys, we're Nicky Licky here. This is Jim Francis Mason. This is Almost Famous.
We are almost.
That's right. We're almost there. Actually, you have experienced a little more fame than I have. I'm on a YouTube video that's garnered over 1 million plus views on some show. I don't even remember where that show was taped. It's been a long time. It's taped. But and I come from there's a couple of famous people on my dad's side of the family. But they'll remain unnamed. We don't need to drop names, but I am not famous. I'm almost famous, but not quite there. So, like, do you think like nowadays everyone gets their, like Andy Warhol would say, the 15 minutes of fame, right? But because the influencers and whatnot.
But
go ahead.
They mostly can't sustain it. A lot of them.
Closer?
They can't really sustain it though.
Yeah,
like
that's
most of people. Like unless you got talent for real and know how to market yourself and keep up with the social media and everything happening and how the music industry has changed.
Fuck, it's changed quite a bit since I remember it.
It's different. It's like you gotta do these things, like
podcasts,
and you wanna
get your shit out there.
Like try to be independent as possible. Own all your shit.
Right. That's important to own your image and everything, isn't it?
Yeah, just you don't want to like have to answer to people. Right.
It used to be that it was like only a cluster of conglomerates and places that owned everybody.
Yeah.
So they had everybody by the
people, whatever.
By the short and curlies.
But now anybody could really be seen.
Yeah, anybody can. Isn't it wild how somebody can? I forget his name, but there was this like country boy that jammed. He played this little song, ding, 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 and he was like, like just sticking it to the man and talk about war and all stuff. In the backyard somewhere, like in Arkansas or something. I forget his name, but this dude like rose to fame quicker
Yeah,
than
off
fucking
like one
cream.
video.
Right. Millions and shit. It's
So
unreal.
and maybe at that point they'll throw you right on stage, but you
Uh-huh.
have no practice doing shows,
right.
and you don't want to look stupid. So I think if they want them to have longevity, they have
Right.
to take them at that point when they get that video. Okay, cool. Come over here. Let's develop you like for a second, like
Yeah.
with these live shows and everything, because that's what
Yeah.
you're probably going to be doing. And yeah, and
Yeah.
instead of just like letting you go out there and look a fool.
Yeah, you gotta be an evergreen.
Yeah. I don't know what they do, but they need guidance.
I mean, they do.
People
And
need guidance.
so who
from
guides
people.
you? Who guides you? Where's there a manual that says this is the way to do it? Promise me, follow me to the promised land, so to speak.
I mean, Dame Dash is like, he's the one.
He's the man.
He makes sure he makes sure I focus and
Okay.
I'm not lazy.
Mentorship, right? It's good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We talk like every day, like, and he'll tell me about myself every day, and I'm like, yeah,
wow,
you're right.
Points out things about you that you didn't even know.
Yeah, that's what he does. Like, but he just wants to make you better. So
yeah, it's all to the betterment of the artist. I love that. He takes you under his wing, and look at you. You're doing really good.
And we're gonna take Blue Rock Records to the next level and everything, and make it
level it
prosper.
up.
So,
hell yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's like the whole goal.
So it begs the question: where does Nicky Licky come from?
The name?
The name Nicky Licky.
Oh well, it actually does.
Derive? Huh?
It comes from Dame, because he was like, Nicky Licky, get all the girls sticky. And then he's like, you know what? You should make that your name. Like, you should change your name, because it was my name, Nicolette. It was Nicolette as my artist name.
Right.
And he's like, you should change it to Nicky Licky.
Yeah.
And I asked like a few people. They were like, hell yeah, that sounds so much better. Like, I was like, okay, like whatever. It has star power.
Your name does. I love it. Yeah, and it's really cool. It's catchy as fuck. It really is.
I think of it as like Nicky Licky, like hit big licks.
There you go.
We hit big licks.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right. And you do licks on guitar and everything. You're just fucking badass. You're a badass.
Everything means all type of things.
Right. It's what you lend. It's kind of like if you place it in a person can decipher it some way, and somebody else can take it and
they can take it as they want. Take it as they will.
Yeah.
That's the whole fun of it.
Wow.
What do y'all think it means?
I don't know. I thought immediately, like right when we said Nicky Licky, I was like, Nicky Licky, Nicky Licky, Wiki, Nicky Licky. Like it's a turntable and shit. DJs. That's what I thought. Like, dude, that's pretty rad. I mean, and this is, obviously me, Mr. Rated PG here. I'm sure it's got like a rated X. Well, it can also mean
rated PG?
Rated PG. It's for everyone.
Yeah, it's for everyone.
And then rated X.
People get all like weird about saying Nicky Licky.
Yeah, but Nicky Licky has a.
I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm Nicky Licky. Nice to meet you. It
has a more of an intricate, what do you call it? Meaning more entrenched in something more deeper.
Just a name. This is a name.
But this name is going places, man. Nicky Licky, you guys. Nicky Licky in the fucking house.
Yeah, that's motherfucking me.
Say it with some fucking conviction, damn
I'm
it.
Nicky Licky.
So what's next for you? You said you're doing a few things. I mean, like, are you gonna go on tour soon? What's the deal?
Yeah.
Summer's almost over.
I'm definitely, because I'm doing a little Play Toy tour, because I just dropped the movie on American New. Go download that. And I'm gonna tour that and hit all the cities that we've been to before and a little more. So that's like Los Angeles, Las Vegas, over to the East Coast, all up Florida, South Carolina, Virginia, New York, Philadelphia, Detroit, Indianapolis, all of these things.
Heck yeah.
I will be there. And we're putting together like Blue Rock tour as well. So we're just putting some shows together for August, September, October. So be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be the Respect the Art tour and the Play Toy tour. Just depends what we get.
What you guys decided to concoct together, put together, coalesce.
Yeah.
Let me ask you
coalesce.
something. Yeah, coalesce. Let me ask you something regarding like when you go on tour. When you go on tour, it's like a disarray kind of a shit. Like everybody's doing their own thing. Do you party and like the following morning you just have to like fuck? I'm so out. I don't know how I'm gonna put myself together, kind of thing. Or you don't.
Well,
or
I don't
you,
get that
okay,
fucked
you don't go.
up
Okay.
Anymore.
What's the wildest thing that's happened to you on tour?
Oh God. Well, okay. So
I want to hear some juicy stories.
Last leg of the tour, we had to all drive the Sprinter van,
Okay.
up from Florida, all of the band and me to Canada, and where we met Christian Vay, who's on Blue Rock. And we like parked the van outside his house. It's like a nice neighborhood, whatever. We're like, okay. We have like mad camera equipment and like all this expensive shit in the van.
Mm-hmm.
And we leave it in there. The next morning, I get like someone broke in the van, right? And so I'm like, oh my God, what? Hold on.
Bummer.
So I go down there. I'm like, oh shit, like all that shit was in there. Please still be in there. Please.
Did they make away with anything?
So they took like $40 in cash. They went through wallets that were in there, not mine. They had my passport. My passport was down the road.
What?
I was like, oh my God. Like, well, thanks for giving it back, I guess.
That's gnarly.
Yeah, and they did not take any of that equipment. And I think they probably were going to, or maybe not. Maybe they didn't know what was going on. They were trying to be quick and get cash or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't take anything. So it was a blessing. You know, they like took a rock or something, busted the window. We had to get the window.
Just wanted money.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
Whatever it was, I was like, that would have been a bad day. That would have been a really bad day. So that was, you know.
Yeah, just like nerves on edge, you know, like very.
Yeah.
You know, like disconcerting.
Like, oh shit.
Like what the fuck happened here? Yeah.
We had to get the window fixed. It's not a big deal, but.
Yeah, but when it rains, kind of thing, like you are traveling through different cities.
It was like a warning.
There you go.
Like, don't.
You shouldn't. A warning. Next time, tell Jim Francis to drive you around. I'm a limo driver. Remember? Don't forget.
Oh God, yeah.
I would have driven the Sprinter all over the place.
Oh my God.
I've driven you guys into the ground. No, just kidding. But
I had to make sure I was good. Oh shit. Here, I'll leave it. It's okay.
Did it crack?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In the olden days, it'd have been like, dude, it cracked. You ever like the other days, like you cracked the freaking.
I have a case.
There you go.
It should be all right. I drop it a lot.
So why don't you share with all the viewership? Share your let's do all the plugins, plugging your social media, everything.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. I'm Nicolette, aka Nikki Licky, and on Instagram that is at Nikki.Licky, NICKY.LICKY, and that's the same thing for TikTok. I'm trying to build up my following there, so follow me on TikTok.
I'm gonna follow you now.
And you know, YouTube. On my Instagram is my link tree and all that, so you can find all that. Just type in Nikki Licky, my music will come up. Apple, Spotify, and all that. Shout out to Dame Dash and Raquel Horn and American New. Download American New and watch Play Toy. And shout out to Messina, Cash. Y'all been helping me a lot.
All right, we're gonna look you up right now.
Shout out to you.
Jim Francis, guys, look me up.
Shout out to you, Jim Francis.
I really been enjoying myself. Got a few more minutes. Don't worry, we're gonna coast this along. Just coast it through. And Nikki Licky. There it is. Nikki.Licky on TikTok. Very cool. Quite the visuals. You got quite a bit of views here. But it's just starting not long ago. And it's amazing what music on TikTok. Like there's a song, if you go to Jim Francis Meza 4, well, you see all of them have like 3 or 4 TikToks. And then I start playing. I think I played a Foo Fighters song, Times Like These.
Mhm.
And I was just bored out of my ass telling my girl, I'm trying to remember like the life of me. I couldn't remember the lyrics for It's Times Like These. It's such a beautiful melodic song, you know, it just brings out the best in me. Like I just feel
Get
so
lost
jittery
in
and
it.
happy, get lost in there, right? And
Listen to it
it's a
over
place
and
where
over.
you lose yourself and find yourself music, right? It's amazing. But there's a song and I play it. I play it on my guitar and I play on TikTok and then I get about 100 and something, 200, not that many views. But then there's like a song that I happen to just play at one point and it's got like thousands of views, but I haven't hit the 1 million or anything close. So there's the one TikTok that I have a couple videos that are over like 700, 600,000. And then, you know, whatever.
good.
And but people think like the greatest thing is this is such a great tool that's at our disposal, specifically for you. You're more in the music biz. I'm a poser. I play once in a while for fun. But if you
That's
do,
okay.
but it's okay, right? If you guys think it's okay, Messina thought it was fine too. You could still jam. Jim, you know a thing or two about music, and I thought, hey, I do after all, don't I? No, but
Yeah.
but you know, it's great that you can play a song and influence someone. Someone across the globe can say, fucking dig that song. It's pretty rad. Or I didn't know about that one band and now I looked it up because I came across it on TikTok. So your music's gonna go through the roof. I mean, because more people are gonna discover it on TikTok. After all, this is international TikTok. So please don't ban policymakers out there and politicians alike and wherever else. Please don't ban TikTok.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't ban TikTok.
No.
TikTok is addicting though.
It is, right?
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
so tell me what like how often you go on TikTok?
I don't scroll very much, but I'll scroll on TikTok
On the gram you do a lot, right?
No, I don't scroll. Like I'm not scrolling. I'm like doing shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't have time. Like I'm posting. Like
right.
I'm creating content.
That's right. You're
organizing
working. You're
shit.
working. You're basically working. It's a tool.
Yeah, I will literally pull it up. I'll go down. I'll like just everything from my friends that I see and get off it, and that take like 60 seconds. Like so. Just to show some support every once in a while.
Yeah, you got it. You got to band together, right?
Yeah.
I love it. I love how you band together.
I mostly try to just post. I don't like to just scroll because then I get like lost in oblivion. But
yeah. Well, that's what happens many a times, and then you're like, you're aimlessly scrolling, and you fucking find yourself in a stupor almost. Like you're like, what the fuck? What was I even supposed to do?
Yeah, you're just you just like gave up for the night. You're like, oh
yeah.
I'm just gonna go to sleep now.
Right. Because it beats the shit out of your eyes too.
Yeah,
like it's not good.
I've definitely had nights like I'm just on that and then the thing comes up. It's like, oh, you've been on TikTok for so long. Like an hour now. Yeah. It's time to take a break. Like that little thing that comes up. I'm like, oh well, yeah, maybe it is.
I've never seen it yet, so you must be on there for hours.
Hours. Yeah.
There's people that have broken the record on TikTok, by the way, for staying on fucking hours. Like
if you make money, you can make some money on TikTok.
So
there's interesting, good content on there too, educational.
Oh, is that right? Like how so? Nicky Licky? Can you elaborate? Do you care to elaborate, please?
Just like health stuff will come up for me, and
is that
like
what they call it?
mental health and health. Yeah, just that type thing. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I relate.
Yeah.
And then like funny things, but it's only.
I like that people resonate with other people's shit on TikTok. There seems to be, you know what I noticed though? I got to tell you something while we're on the topic. Okay. TikTok has like a different fan base than Instagram. And then like Facebook is more like, older. I don't know that it's older people necessarily because I like Facebook, but it's more like, and I also have a MySpace, by the way.
You do?
I love that you just looked at me like with the dead stare, like, dude, please don't say that. No, it's not. I was totally joking with you.
Wait, is MySpace still up?
No, it's not. I'm messing with
okay.
you.
I was like, maybe I can find
You're
my
stoned,
old
so I know I
page.
can fuck with you. It's great. Fantastic.
Well, you can always,
Yeah.
I'm always like,
No.
what?
But Facebook, it's almost like a journal of sorts. Like you could journal Like it used to be that I was here, and then suddenly upon came a fucking knight in shiny armor. Like people will
I'm
write
not
stuff
even on
there.
Facebook like that.
No, but
It's
but
like
TikTok is what kind of people are on TikTok that's different from the gram? Would you say, or is it almost the same thing?
from the gram. I mean,
The gram and
it's
TikTok.
mostly people I don't know that I'm looking at on TikTok, and just whatever's on my For You page.
Hey, you want to
to
laugh? You want to laugh?
What?
The people that get on that kind of give themselves importance because they have like 750,000 followers, right? And then they're like fucking nobodies. I mean, I don't want to shit on them either, right? But it's funny because it's like, well, yeah, and then people will send stuff and well, they pick and choose. Like
It only makes sense if they leverage that and make money from it.
At the end of the day, it's money, right?
And think of it like a business and not just, oh my God, now I got so many followers. You got to have like a plan for it to sustain it if you want that.
Because if you have a bunch of followers, doesn't mean shit, right? At the end of the day, on TikTok, I came to know that through a famous TikToker that told me, dude, let me tell you how it works. He said, like you can have a shit ton of fans. It's only like a short-term gain. Like you feel that, almost endorphins because, oh, fuck, I got all these people. But it doesn't do much. Like you said, you get the next video up and it could be like 150 views on it,
But you still got to keep posting. Just keep posting.
Keep checking away, huh?
You're like, oh, man, well, something will hit. Or, it's not even, you got to do it for you anyway. So.
Yeah, it's all for you. At the end of the day, if you don't leverage, like you said, you leverage what you start on there. If it's done in a business fashion, well, whatever that means to you, to each his own, right? If you're making some money out of it, that's something fantastic at the end of the day because you're coming away with something that's fruitful or,
And something you were doing for fun.
For fun.
Anyway.
Right? But if you're not, then don't do it. If it's not sustainable, then you're just doing it for
But you got to then take
time.
it professionally. Like you're not an amateur anymore. Like people are looking now. So you got to step your game up and get professional, get on a professional level, and move at that speed.
Like Nikki
if
Licky.
You want to keep that up. I mean, I definitely try to be moving on a certain
you're moving
speed.
On up.
I need to pick up the pace. That's but I always will feel like that. I might be going 1,000 miles per hour, but I'm like, I need to go 1,000 more miles.
Right. Do you think that that real quick, you got a couple minutes, you think that is key, right? I think it's key because you're never complacent. You never say like, oh, I'm conforming to the norms. Like I'm going to keep going beyond this and push myself
I
forward.
couldn't be happy with myself if I just, didn't do that. If I was like, oh, this is it. Okay. I could live a simple life. Like I'm cool. But I want to see how far I could push it. Like,
fuck it. You want to see what's on the other side of that fucking cliff, right?
I just want to see how far I could like pull my potential and my talents out and how I could translate that to physical reality. And I just want to see that all come to fruition.
And it will in due time and not a second less. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's been nothing but pleasure for me to have Miss Nikki Licky. Go look her up. Follow her music. She's fantastic. It's been a real pleasure and a real treat to have you here with us in the studio. Can we make this a habit? You and Messina come next time together?
Oh, yeah.
Only if you guys sing with me. She did sing something for me like last time. Would you sing a little something?
She did.
Will you sing a little something?
Sing what?
I don't care, man. Just riff. Do it. 1 minute. Come on.
Play toy. Yep.
That's it. Play toy.
Go look at Play Toy. Let's see. I could rap some of La-Di Da, I guess. Hold on. 1 minute.
You could do this. 1 minute. Send us off. A nice send off.
Oh, you want to give me a beat or something? Boom. Let's see.
Boom, boom, boom. I'm 80s.
You're going to beatbox it?
All right.
You're going to do that? You could beat on the table if it's easier. Whatever.
What are you trying to say? I have no skills? What's wrong with you?
Oh, man. Let's see.
Less than a minute. All right.
Here we go.
You could do this under pressure.
Are you gonna give me a beat?
Boom, boom.
I can give me a beat.
Boom, boom.
Oh,
that's the problem. That's the issue.
Oh, that's what we're looking like?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll show you later. But go ahead.
All right. Well, this is La-Di Da.
1 minute.
God forgive me, I'm out of sympathy, chemically skewed. I wonder what it's like to be like you. Switch, they try putting pieces together. Place the last piece in my pocket. Isolate, angry, lock it. Make me chew you up like a pocket. Wake up with the rocks in. Well, suck it up, got the stock in. Keep it down, no option. My bitch more picky than a locksmith. These other hoes, they counterfeit. They confident, but they bound to quit. The we loud, making sound effects. Give a heart attack him around your neck. Yeah, that was the verse. That was the verse from
Licky,
La-Di-Da.
licky, ladies and gentlemen. Woo.
Yay!
Almost famous, guys. You know me, Jim Francis Meza. We do it every Wednesday, 8 to 9 o'clock. Peace out.
Bye, y'all.
You're listening to Almost Famous with Jim Francis Meza, only on LA Talk Radio.